Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's update on Winter Storm Diaz. So in this video, I'm going to be timing out the winter storm. I'm going to be showing you the snowfall totals, the National Weather Service's watches and warnings, and then at the end, I'm going to be discussing the likely tornado outbreak across portions of Texas and Louisiana. So let's get into the weather. Starting around 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, looking at the GFS model, the 18Z run, we have our storm system developing as we speak across eastern Colorado. Our Lee cyclone is developing, bringing up a funnel of showers ahead of it, with some freezing showers towards parts of South Dakota and North Dakota. And as we go into the overnight to 10 p.m., and then let's say towards 1 a.m., our blizzard is going to start to develop. So around 1 a.m., we're going to start to see heavy snow extending from the eastern Rockies of Colorado across northwest Nebraska through central northwest South Dakota and southeast North Dakota, with an area, a corridor of a corridor of freezing rain across portions of eastern South Dakota and southwestern Minnesota, with thunderstorms to the east and the southeast of it. And then as we go into around 4 a.m., the snow is going to start to intensify across these areas. And as the low pressure deepens, we're going to really start to see the winds pick up as well. We're going to be seeing widespread winds gusting around 50 to 60 miles per hour with this storm all across the northern plains. By around 6 a.m. tomorrow, we see the big snow shield extending across the northern plains from Colorado up through western Nebraska into the Dakotas and southwest Minnesota. And as we go through tomorrow morning, by around 12 p.m. tomorrow Central Time, we see the snow still in the same areas. Same as we go into 4, 7 p.m., the snow is going to start to shift to the east towards really a lot of snow in Minnesota and Wisconsin, going into around 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time tomorrow, with our severe storms starting to form across Texas and Louisiana. And then as we go into around midnight Wednesday, we're still going to be seeing snow in the same areas, tapering off a little bit across western Nebraska, northeast Colorado. And then we're going to see the snow weaken as we go into around 9 a.m. Wednesday morning. The snow is going to really start to tamper down. But we're going to be seeing snow linger into the day, all the way through the day Wednesday, even into portions of Thursday morning across areas of Minnesota and Wisconsin. And we're going to be seeing another winter storm developing across Pennsylvania, areas of Virginia and Maryland as we go into Thursday morning, with freezing rain transitioning over over to snow by Thursday afternoon, evening, and overnight across Pennsylvania, New York State, into New England as we go into Friday morning. And the storm is going to slowly move east as we go into Friday and Saturday. This is going to be a very long duration storm for both the northern plains and the northeast. Looking at the snowfall totals, this is going to result in widespread heavy snowfall totals. If you live in the light grays, you can expect a dusting to 2 inches. If you live in the blues, you can expect 2 to 6 inches. The purples, 6 to 12 inches. The pinks, 12 to 18 inches. And then the dark pinks and oranges, you can expect 18 to 24 inches. And then these areas of brighter oranges, we're going to be looking as much as 3 feet of snow in some of these areas across South Dakota, Nebraska, eastern Montana, western North Dakota, maybe up towards northeast Minnesota now, with possibly 2 feet in northern Wisconsin. So very heavy snowfall totals are coming from this across the northern plains, and I would advise against traveling at all on Tuesday across Nebraska or the Dakotas or eastern Wyoming or Colorado or Montana, because driving in these kind of blizzard conditions is going to get you stranded, and more than likely not getting stranded in these kind of conditions is going to be deadly. So make sure you do not travel on Tuesday if you live across these areas. Looking at the National Weather Service's watches and warnings, we have blizzard warnings all across northwest Nebraska, the northeast part of Colorado, far eastern Wyoming, southeastern Montana, western South Dakota in the oranges. A lot of blizzard warnings now, with winter storm warnings in the pink areas, winter weather advisories in the purples. Still got some winter weather advisories across southeast Arizona too. Winter storm watches across eastern northern Wisconsin, the upper peninsula of Michigan. And then where we have these grape looking purples, this is an ice storm warning for portions of northwestern Iowa, southwestern Minnesota, and northeastern North Dakota. So this is part of that corridor of freezing rain I was talking about earlier. So make sure you are looking out for that if you live in these areas. And finally, looking at the severe weather for Tuesday, we have an enhanced risk across portions of East Texas and central and northern Louisiana and far western Mississippi in the orange, a slight risk in the yellow, and a marginal risk in the dark green. And then the enhanced risk, we have areas like Lufkin, Shreveport, and Alexandria. This is going to come with a 10% chance of tornadoes within 25 miles of a location. So this is a pretty substantial tornado threat that is unfolding Tuesday across these areas. So if you're in areas like Lufkin, Shreveport, and Alexandria, make sure you're making preparations for several tornadoes around your area. And in addition, this area is hatched, which means these tornadoes could be EF2 or stronger, 10% chance within 25 miles of a location. So make sure you are really preparing for that. If you live in East Texas and Louisiana, we got a 5% chance of tornadoes in the brown area and a 2% chance in the green area in addition. And looking at the damaging wind threat, we also have a 30% chance of damaging winds within 25 miles of a location in this red shade area on Tuesday, 15% in the yellow, 5% chance in the brown, and the hail is at 15% in the yellow and a 5% chance in the brown. So please prepare for this major winter storm. Is going to begin tonight, go through the day tomorrow, and last into Wednesday all across the Dakotas, Minnesota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. So make sure you have prepared for a blizzard. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening, my friends.